So why are people poor? People usually are poor because when they lose their jobs, they end up not being able to find a job which is on their skill-based level, such as mathematician usually. They usually want to find a job such as being an architect, a math teacher, or a chemist, which usually can be pretty difficult finding, since nowadays finding a job that was back then at your skill-based level is way harder. When they lose their jobs, obviously with the jobs, people don't even find a job at the start after like living with their parents for 16, 18 years now, and you're trying to find a job. You have a difficult time finding it by yourself. That could be also a reason for to why people are poor. Then generally, they don't have a job. As said before, they also don't have any money to be able to afford taxes and bills, such as for example, if they have a job but they don't earn enough to pay their bills or taxes, then they can end up being poor or being evacuated from their house, and they don't receive any typical help from anybody except possibly from the government when they ask for money. What should we do to stop it? So basically, what we could do is you can donate money, you can donate food, you can donate water, and you can help people in need, such as children, people at your age basically. Some of the disadvantages are that it's difficult. First of all, because there's 100% going to be people who are trying to prevent you from doing it. They're going to be disrespectful and they're going to discriminate the poor people, which we don't want. And obviously the allowance. Believe you're at the age of 10 and you already want to donate money to poor people. Your parents might be skeptic about it and thinking that you only want to use it and then use it disrespectfully in front of them. So you need the allowance of your parents to get to do so. So what is the poverty rate in Vienna? The poverty rate in Vienna in 2008 was 450,000 people who were poor, which means that 79.6% of the population wasn't, and the rest was either poor or not couldn't afford houses or anything, but they still had money to afford food and stuff, but they weren't able to afford the house. Compared to 2021, which now are 1.5 million people, which is 17.5% of the population, which is way too much compared from 2018. We need to stop this right now and do something against it to get homeless people a job for them to be able to feed their families, themselves, and to take care of everyone they know, they love, and they know. We also have a lot of migrants living poorly in Vienna, and a lot of people live on the streets and under bridges and can't afford food or a roof over their house, which basically makes them poor. Conclusion. In conclusion, the only way that you're not poor is this. This is the worst creation that human society could have ever made, because this is what makes people addicted, and this is what makes people brag in front of you. So we're trying to make sure that people don't use this for something bad, but for something good. Thank you for listening.